back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video that I feel like people that either have been in a relationship or my friends, sorry I got stuck there, my friends who kind of know me and were kind of in shock when me and my ex broke up. Maybe they get an idea of everything because I'm really gonna lay everything out. After I film this video, I'm going to obviously answer questions if you guys have any questions or anything like that. But honestly, like, I don't really talk too much about my ex unless I'm talking to like people that I'm really close to and like it comes up in conversation, because he is my only real, and I put these quotations because later on in the video you'll understand as to why I'm doing this, the only like real relationship that I've ever been in seriously. If you see me like looking down, it's because I have like this paper here and it's like kind of like not a script but just pointers that I need to get through in this video. So hopefully this video can help you overcome something, maybe share a light in your relationship right now. Maybe this is the advice that you need to hear. I don't know, I'm not a therapist, I'm not anything like that, but I really feel like I really genuinely give good advice, and I feel like I have watched so much Dr. Phil. In my mind, I am my own therapist and I'm always here to help someone out. I am literally here for anyone. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video or these types of videos where I'm just like sitting down and talking about like certain things and trying to get my point across and maybe giving you advice, please leave a comment down below and say that you enjoy it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you do, and subscribe, and let's get to it. I've only ever been in one serious relationship, and I'm going to give some back history on my previous like guy relationships in my life. I am totally okay with being friends with people that I have hooked up with. I'm not the type of person to be like super petty and be like, oh no, I can't be friends with them. Like, if they didn't do anything to hurt me, like, I'm not going to be petty. Like, I just don't have time for that. Now, if you hurt me, like, or if you did something to offend me or something like that, like, obviously I'm not gonna stay in your life. Like, the fuck? Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna stay in your life. Like, I'm not dumb. But if you didn't do anything to me, then I have no problem being cool with you. With my ex, I've seen my ex 2 times since we have broken up, and they've both been very cordial. I mean, the first time that we saw each other, we kind of laid everything out on the table. Like, we spoke about everything. The second time we just saw each other just to see each other. Yeah, he knows that I'm filming this. I was supposed to film it back in the summer and I never did. I asked him like plenty of times if he was okay with me speaking about it. Obviously, I'm not going to give his name. I'm not going to do nothing like that. My people know who he is. Basically, I would like talk to guys to kind of feel wanted because I wasn't really truly in love with myself. This is super vulnerable, but it's okay because maybe someone else needs to hear it. I need you to know that you are beautiful, that you can do anything that you want to do. Don't ever feel any less about yourself, ever. You is a bad bitch, and I want every single one of y'all to wake up in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror and be like, yo, you is a bad bitch. You could do anything and all this stuff. Because honestly, no one ever told me that. I was, in my mind, I was always the ugly duckling. Like, people would be like, oh, Celeste, you're so pretty, this, that, and the third. Blah, 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 blah. But to me, like, I never genuinely felt it. So if you genuinely do not love yourself, please do not get in a relationship. Please learn to love yourself. Please learn how to be 100,000% authentically you before you bring anyone into your inner circle, into a relationship, because at the end of the day it's just not gonna work out, and this is where this all begins. So I never really had a boyfriend, and I never had that like, oh, that high school boy that I went to the high school of fashion industries. There was no guys there, and I was young and I wasn't really thinking about having a boyfriend. So when I did get this boyfriend, it was like, now looking back at it, because right, when you're in the relationship, you're not looking at it, you're in it, so you're not looking at it. So now when I look back at it, it's like me looking at a movie, and I'm just like, the fuck. So now I'm able to laugh about it, because honestly, as much, again, I love this guy. Like, I truly have a lot of love for him, but I was never truly in love. I was in love with the idea of being in love with him and I wasn't because I wasn't in love with myself. So again, I'm going to repeat this a lot in the video. Please be in love with yourself before you get anyone involved in your life, because then it's not going to work out. So we started talking December 2017. So I'm 22 years old. I had just come back from England, whatever. We met November of 2017. So Snapchat has been ruining my life because of all these flashbacks of 2 years ago. But then he became my boyfriend a month later in December, and then we were together every single day. So he lives 2 blocks away from me. He still does. Thank God we have not seen each other in the streets like that or anything like that. Like, there's been times that I have seen him, but he hasn't seen me. And that's totally okay. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be bound to see him. He's 6'5". He's probably not gonna see me because I'm 5'1". So, I mean, like, you know, we just don't call path. Like, it just doesn't happen. Like, when it does, is like I see him because I'm the one looking up. I don't know. Like, anyways, not the point. The point is we don't ever see each other, even though he does live 2 blocks away. The point is that we would see each other every single day, and that is so not healthy. Oh my God, I remember my friend Julia's telling me, like, don't hang out with him every single day, and I'm like, no, I want to be with him, because I was in that cupcake stage, because I never had that. I never had that, like, boyfriend. Like, when I was young, I didn't have that because there was no one around for, I don't know, like, I just did not have that. I don't know. So anyways, then he would like tell me, like, don't see him every single day, but I was so like in love with the idea of being in love that I was just like, nah, I'm gonna see him every single day. And he lives 2 blocks away from me. Like, why not? Like, why not see him? Like, anybody would think, like, oh, if your man lives 2 blocks away from you, tú lo vas a ver a cada rato. That's not good at all. Like, don't do it. Then everything started to move really quickly. Like, we wanted to build a life together and like all this stuff, and that's not okay. Like, it was like January and we were like talking about all of that, and then I realized, like, we would like have like little petty arguments, and that's just not healthy. And then us women, we have this tendency of trying to put together a perfect relationship for the outside world to think that it's perfect, and that's what I was doing. I was not only seeing this man every single day, but I was trying to make it perfect with the little snaps and the little Instagrams and the pictures and this and the captions, when all of it wasn't authentically true. Then 6 months into our relationship, we went to Dominican Republic and I met his family, and we got into a crazy argument while we were in Dominican Republic, and I was trying to act as if everything was okay for my friends here to be like, oh, she's fine. But I was literally dying. Like, I was just like, oh my God, I really thought that I loved this person. I really don't. Please go on a vacation with somebody like early on in your relationship, because you really learn so much more about them. And the thing is that I'm such a goal setter. Like, I like to have goals. I like to have plans. I like things to like fall into place in a certain way. And I've learned as I've gotten older that things like that don't work, right? But because I thought that I was like really in love with him, I thought that this was gonna work. So in my mind, I had all these plans, right? And looking back at it, like I said, it's like watching a movie. It's like, bro, you were 22 years old. Like, what the hell were you thinking? Like, bro, like, it's just funny to me now. And I'm just like, what the hell? So yeah, everything was like moving extremely quickly, and I wanted everything to work, and that's not how it works, bro. Like, no, it does not work that way. So how did I know it was over? I knew it was over when we couldn't like really hold down a conversation anymore. Like, my biggest thing, and I've said this in the past, is communication. Even though yes, we saw each other every day, but then we were like having sex every single day, and the sex just got boring and it wasn't fun anymore. There was a point where I was faking it. I cannot believe I'm saying this on the internet. I was faking it. I was just like, okay, yeah, whatever. But I wasn't really enjoying it anymore, and I just knew like he wasn't my best friend anymore. Like, at the beginning he was my best friend, and at the beginning I wanted him to know everything, and then I was just like, no, like, I don't know, like, I'm not feeling this. And he wasn't motivated to like really do anything, and when he was, it would be like he had the motivation and then it would like stop. And that's not me. Like, I want someone that's gonna be extremely determined. And I'm not throwing any shade at him. I feel like he knows all of this. I want nothing for the best for this person. Like, I want him to be successful in whatever way that is, but it wasn't going to be with me, because I also was not in love with myself, and I was being selfish, holding him down into this relationship when I authentically was not happy with myself. And that's just the truth on that. How did you get over it? I started to learn to love myself. Then I started with the process to get weight loss surgery, because I knew that that's what I wanted to do. I also had so we broke up in August of 2018. Then in September, I did get my tonsils and adenoids removed. So there's that. So I had surgery literally like a couple of weeks after we had broken up. And because I suffered a lot from tonsillitis, which is disgusting. So I literally had that removed, everything. And I am not gonna sit here and be like I wasn't sad. Like, of course I was. That was my first relationship. And the reason why I keep saying relationship is because this was the relationship that I was supposed to be in as a teenager, not at the age of 22. Even though now 22 is young for me. Like, when I was 22, I was like, oh my god, I'm so old. But now at 24, I'm just like, what? You know what I mean? Like, I'm honestly so glad that I had the relationship, but I wish that I truly loved myself. I also wish that he was more motivated. Maybe if that was a thing, maybe, God knows, maybe we could have been together. I mean, we were gonna fall apart regardless. We were two completely different people. I've always been like, oh, I want the guy that is completely different from me, because then it's like we're two different people or whatever. And I said that in the past, that it's good to have differences, but it's definitely so much better to have a lot of similarities in certain things. I mean, no one could be as extra as me, but you know, like, I don't know, like, I just wish that I could have had this relationship when I was way younger and not at 22. But it's okay, it's life. I don't regret it. I truly believe that I have lived my life with no regrets. I don't regret anything that I have done. I don't regret going through the stage where I didn't love myself and I would talk to these individuals, and I was just learning about myself. We're learning about each other every single day. By any means, I'm not a therapist or anything like that, but I do like to give people advice. So I need you ladies to wake up every single morning and look at yourself in the mirror and say, you is a bad bitch and you could conquer anything, because you can. And the reason why I say ladies is because according to my YouTube whatchamacallit, studio, like my numbers and stuff like that, like it's more than it's women. It's 99% women. But always be authentically yourself. Again, I was saying that it's normally women who are watching me. If you are a man, then tell yourself too that you a bad bitch. I don't know, tell yourself whatever y'all tell yourselves when y'all wake up. But honestly, like, I was on FaceTime with a friend yesterday, and I was like telling him like, yo, I dead ass could laugh at this relation. Not that I could laugh, but it's like, I don't know, it's really like watching a movie now. Like, I had so much love for him, honestly. But that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys next time.